Hi.
Shit. Oh,
Are you okay? Elisa, green or black? Huh? Black. Black cold. You receive? Who receive first? Bong first. Which end? This one? Yeah. Shauna sir first. 2 minutes warm up. Oh, be careful. Ready to play.
good afternoon to everybody checking in for the stream. Your host, Douglas Shepherd, here with Jamie there. Today we are getting ready for the mixed doubles final. First off, we've got Dak Bong, Melissa Tagle versus Edward Lau and Shauna Lee. Just getting ready by doing their final serves. Good chat, and I'll get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Edward Lau, Shauna Lee, no Harbour. And on my left, Dakman Bong, Auckland, Elisa Tagle, no Harbour. Shauna Lee to serve to Dakman Bong. Labo. Play. Service over.
Nice aggression.
1 love. Hold. Service over. 1 all.
We'll see that the
Service
front court
over.
is very
2,
favorable in the
1.
mixed doubles. We're trying to get control of that.
2, service over, 2 all.
Yeah, trying to get control of the front court is just incredibly important in the first 3 shots of the rallies here.
Service over, 3, 2. Service over, 3 all.
Great shot there. Nice cross court.
4, 3.
Not really seeing too many long rallies at the moment, but hopefully we get into it and get some nice longer rallies. Just long.
Service over, 4 all. Five, 4. Fault. 6, 4.
Not only are the longer rallies more entertaining for everybody at home, but it's also just it's a bit of showcase of the skill when we can see a few more shots in the rally.
7, 4. Eight, 4.
Nice, getting a few neck tumbles there.
Service over, 5, 8. Service over, 9, 5. Service over, 6, 9.
Good use of the sides there from Edward. Something that Dackman's been doing for the past few points. Edward's been playing quite centre, but he's just started to play a little bit wider, which is quite nice. Pulling Alyssa away from her base.
Service over, 10, 6. Service over, 7, 10.
Really good court
8,
from Edward there.
10.
Very long arms, makes it very easy for him to cover that midcourt.
Nine, 10. Service over, 11, 9, interval.
Incredible shot there. Wow. So, Jamie, what do you reckon Dackman and Alyssa need to do to keep pushing through for this 11-9 advantage that they have? Well, actually, setting a little bit of technical difficulties there. Just get him mic'd up.
Twenty second. 20 second. Eleven, 9. Play. Hold. 12, 9. 13-9. Service over. 10-13. Service over. 14-10. Service over. 11-14. Fault. Service over. 15-11. Service over. 12-15.
Some good long rallies happening here. We're just
13-15.
score issues that we were having before. Sorry about that. We'll be getting back into it. As you can see, the lead still maintained from Daxon and Alyssa, 15-13 at the moment.
Fourteen, 15.
But Edward and Shauna coming back, creeping ever closer.
Service over. 16-14.
It was a big risk trying to flick the guy in mixed because they want to be at the back of the court. So we're giving them a nice attacking advantage straight away. Just long, I think. Yes.
17-14. Fault. 18-14.
Quite a lot of body shots that we're seeing, especially on the girls. A nice, fast shot at the head is quite difficult to block against.
Nineteen, 14. Service over. 15-19.
Very solid smash down the middle. Always difficult to decide who's going to get that one.
16-19. Seventeen, 19. Eighteen, 19.
As we can see, there was a little bit of confusion there between Edward and Shauna, but Shauna had the trust in Edward to confirm there, and it worked out well. They were taking the attack and Shauna moving into cover front. quite
all.
interesting. We see Edward's right-handed and Sean is left-handed. And on the opposite side, Alyssa is right-handed and Dachman is right-handed as well. So there's a little bit of an advantage in some ways for Shauna being the only left-hander on the court. It can be quite difficult to know which one is her forehand when the pace of the game is so quick, which provides those nice attacking opportunities we just saw.
20 game point 19. Game. First game number Edward Rao, Shaun Ali, 21-19.
So as we see, Wong and Tegel were leading for the majority of that game, and then just at the end, Lau and Lee were getting a few good rallies in, a few mistakes from the oppositions, meaning that they could turn the tide and just pick that one up, which worked in their favour. So often we're seeing Alyssa try to take the pace out and just run into the net, which you'll see is very common for mixed doubles. For those of you tuning in and this is the first time you're watching it, the girl often runs to the net and tries to take control of it and play the aggression there, whilst the male counterpart stands at the back usually and tries to take the pace out again, provide some opportunities for their partner, but also get some of those big smashes we were seeing. Edward's providing some really nice angles from his height and also his good jump. But so too is Dachman, who's incredibly strong and incredibly talented, both doubles and mixed player, so definitely extremely high level of badminton going on here. What we might start to see is Edward start to become a little bit physically tired, as he's just played an extremely intense 3-set semi-final against Oscar Guel. Came down to just a couple of points at the end of it. He's also got another final for their singles against Abhinav Minoda.
Thank you.
So he really needs to make sure he conserves some energy, but obviously he has to give this everything he's got. So playing in multiple finals is extremely difficult, especially when every game you're playing is at the highest level.
Second game.
So we'll see if Dachman and Alyssa can take advantage of that.
Rubble. Play. Some great defense there from Alyssa and Dachman, but just wasn't One
enough.
low.
Again, we see them focusing Alyssa, especially around the body, trying to pin her to the ground and keep pushing her further and further back.
Too low. Subs over. 1-2.
Great serve there. Alyssa.
2-0.
Incredibly well done. Just enough height to get over the top. You don't really know what's happening until the last second, as we saw from Edward, unable to turn around in time.
Three, 2.
Great aggression here from the pair closest to you on the screen. Dachman's front court is completely deadly. As I was saying before, doubles and mixed player, so he spends a lot of time in the front court in mixed doubles as well, so he's no stranger when it comes to the net, and his reflexes are incredibly fast.
Subs over. 3-0. landed first. The shuttle landed first. Service over. 4-3.
Players aren't happy with the line call there, but that's why we have our amazing volunteers here, watching the lines and making sure that they don't miss anything.
Service over. 4-all.
You often see a little bit of confusion from Mao and Lee on the far side of your screen, as they're both exceptionally talented singles players first and foremost. So they often try to cover the entire court by themselves.
Service over. 5-4.
But they often double or triple crown in their tournaments as they play all three categories, and they're very, very talented badminton players. So even on the mixed court, very, very good.
Service over. 5-all.
Great power from Beckman there.
Service over. 6-5.
Lifts in the mid-court often, and Beckman smashing it extremely hard with a great handle due to his height and his jump.
Hold. Service over. 6-all.
See quite a
Service over. 7-6. Fault. Service over. 7-all.
great net hunting from Melissa there.
Service over. 8-7. Fault. 9-7. Ten, 7. Eleven, 7. Interval.
Pace of the game changing a little bit, getting a little bit slower, which definitely works in the advantage of Fong and Tagle at the moment, as they're controlling the rally, taking the pace out a little bit, playing a little bit deeper than before, but also just playing out to the lines, making full use of the time that Bao and Lee are giving them at the moment. Which is quite interesting because Dachman's forte, Dachman Bong's is definitely the mid-court, trying to drive and play very aggressive there. So to see him excel in the kind of slower rallies that we've just seen as well is really good.
20
showing his
second.
dominance at the moment.
20 seconds.
Lau and Lee need to change it up a little bit and get back into the groove and make some of the opportunities for themselves and not rely on the errors of Vong and Tegel that they did at the latter stages of the first set.
11-7. Play. $12-7.
Just wide, looking for really sharp angles at the moment, but just play a little bit safer and get the rally going a bit more.
Service over.
Great rally from
12.
This was an outstanding defense. Some great approach shots from both Lee and Tegel. Great rally though.
9-12. Ten, 12. Eleven, 12.
Just catching him, closing the gap and making it even more difficult to push away for Vong and Tegel. And now they've evened it up.
12 all. Thirteen, 12.
Vong and Tegel need to reset, forget about the past 3 or 4 points that have happened, get back into it. But unfortunately they're just not able
14,
to
12.
break away and find a point. Just a few too many errors, especially around the net.
Fifteen, 12.
That's about 5 or 6 points in a row now.
Sixteen, 12.
Wow, first great shot. Incredible.
Service over. 13, 16.
The star of that rally really is Alyssa. controlling that rally, taking out the pace at the net, playing the punch clears when she needed to, and then beautiful cross ball. Taking someone like Edward off his balance is very difficult. Long legs, long arms, long reach. But Alyssa played that perfectly. They just need a few more shots like that to pull them back in and make it even.
13-16, play. Fourteen, 16. Fifteen, 16.
Judge Edward Lau. Sometimes you get some difficult line calls, quite hard to see, but that's why the volunteers are here, focusing on the lines and trying to make it easier for the players.
Service over. Elisa.
Some great aggressive plays by Edward. Always attacking the female
Like
player.
it. Seventeen, 15. Play.
So unfortunately, Jamie, my co-host, and I, we managed to get his mic working, but we are right next to a dehumidifier.
Service over. 16, 17. Let. I didn't see it.
Wow,
Great
some
shot.
nice and aggressive shots by Deckman.
17 all.
Yes, as I was saying before, my co-host and I unfortunately can't hear each other as we're next to a loud dehumidifier that is forcing our noise cancelling headphones to be very good at their job, but sometimes so good that we can't hear each other. So apologies if we talk over each other. We are trying our best here.
Eighteen, 17.
And as such, we also have no idea what either of us are saying. So hopefully we don't repeat ourselves.
Nineteen, 17. Service over. 18, 19.
Just what they need to get back into it.
Nineteen all.
This next point is crucial to be deciding who's going to be serving for the game or match point. That's allowing me the match to
20,
get back.
match point, 19.
One more and they will have the title.
I'm expecting a flick serve from Shauna. I
Game.
don't know the net score to close the game.
What an incredible match. Wow, and they're producing the results right at the end when it counts the most. Too many unforced errors on the other side. But ultimately a great match to get us
Match won by
underway for the
Edward
final.
Lau, Shaun Ali, 21-19, 21-19.
We will now be moving to prize giving. Jen and I will be taking the back seat and we'll be back with
Okay, so head or tails?
Tails, please.
See. It's head.
I'll
You're,
receive.
you will receive. And the side?
This one.
Okay. Players ready to start.
We have the players. Oh. Players just getting ready. We have number 1 seed on the far side, Courtney Trillo from Counties Manukau. Actually play at representative level with Courtney. Was training with her a couple of weeks ago. She demolished me in half-court singles. She is an incredibly talented singles player. Very fast. And we'll see how she stacks up in this match.
On the close side, we got Wendy Chen, Australian represent, number
Ladies and gentlemen,
77 ranked in the world
on
in
my
women's
right.
singles.
Shan Yu Chen, Australia.
And she's the only
And on
international
my
player
left,
who
Connie Taylor,
who
County
made it to New
Manukau.
Zealand due to COVID.
Shan Yu Chen to serve. First game, level, play.
That'll be an interesting match between two physically strong women.
1 love.
So the interesting thing about Wendy is that she has actually been allowed to play in the men's singles draw as well at this tournament, primarily for the purpose of practicing for the Olympics, for which she
That's
has
correct.
qualified for.
Yes.
She did quite well, made it to the quarterfinals, but had 2 difficult quarterfinal matches within about an hour of each other, so
That's right.
took a lot out of her in that one.
Wow. That's a nice shot over there.
3 love.
Look at her profile. Surprisingly, she's ranked 147 in mixed doubles as well.
Service over. 1
Interesting.
3.
Didn't compete in mixed doubles in this competition, so we have yet to see that from a New Zealand perspective, but her singles is definitely outstanding.
That's right.
Service over. 4-1.
During the warm-up, Jamie and I were watching Wendy do some superb backhand drops, and I was commenting that that is definitely a shot to watch out for. You usually try to pressure someone's backhand, especially in singles, as there's only one person, and not only does Wendy have amazing around-the-head shots like that one that we've just seen, but her backhand shots are very clean, very technically correct. And I guess that's why she's ranked 77 in the world.
That's
It
correct.
takes a lot of practice to get that good. But Courtney is still able to provide and get some points, which is really good. Some nice deep attacking shots there. That's what we need. Wendy's on the back foot a lot when she's pushed deep.
Service over. 6-2.
So Wendy, she's originally from Taiwan, but she won the singles titles at the Oceania Championships in 6 consecutive years, from 2015 to 2020.
Wow, that truly is a feat. And I think it just goes to show that all of the extra effort that she's putting in by traveling around to these tournaments to continue uplifting her game is really paying off. She continues to maintain her dominance.
Wow, that was a great drop shot by Wendy.
Service over. 7.
We're seeing that Wendy's winning a lot of shots at the front court, but
That's right.
from her backcourt drops. And so taking that pace out and forcing Courtney to come in when she's already in a difficult position is proving very, very good.
Just out.
8-3.
Great net shot there from Courtney.
Service over. 4-8.
She really needs to find her moments and just take some risks here. Playing the long game, it's probably not going to work out at this stage just because of Wendy's experience. So she needs to take a little bit more on Chelsea's side.
Service over. 9-4. Service over. 5-9. Service over. 10-5. Service over.
We're actually seeing 70-80% of the shots won in the front court from these drops. Both players might need to consider moving their base a little bit forward. Just out.
Service over. 11-6. Interval.
So Courtney is well known for her speed around the court. Her stamina and fitness is unparalleled in the women's category. She enjoys physical training, which a lot of people joke about as being the most dreaded thing for badminton players, is going out and doing that physical training. And I'm talking about those 6 a.m. runs and some of those gym sessions. But Courtney lives through it. I've had a chat with her and she thoroughly enjoys that. So fitness isn't going to be of an issue in this match for her, as she's proving to run around the court and do exceptionally well covering it all. Difficulty is just that front court for both players really. And I think primarily it's because of the conditions. So we're on the North Shore today and it is raining, and this hall gets particularly slippery on these type of mats. There's actually some rules around the humidity levels, and if it goes to a certain level then we have to stop play. Currently we haven't met those levels, so the players are able to play. They just need to be very, very careful.
That was a lucky net roll by Chen.
You see some dialogue between Wendy and her coach off to the side. Very important part about high-level badminton is having that coach alongside you. And luckily at badminton, it's actually a sport where you can talk to your coach between every point. So having your coach alongside you
13, 6.
is incredibly important. And you become quite close to them and they become your friends. And it's very important to have that close bond as you talk quite often. Unlike a comparative sport of tennis, let's say, where you actually can't talk to your coach during the entire match.
14, 6.
Wendy pulling away now. Some great deep shots. Corny just making one too many errors.
15, 6. Service over. 7, 15.
Wow. Great stretch run.
Service over. 16, 6.
In women's singles, they do high serves. Comparatively, in the men's singles that we will see later on, they'll both be doing backhand serves, and most of them will be short. But here we see Courtney doing high forehand lift serves, which can
17, 7.
be very difficult in the sense that you can give away the attack very easily, like we saw in the mixed doubles with flicking. It gives the attack away, and Wendy has exceptionally good range of shots to play from the backcourt, so it can be quite dangerous giving her that attack from the start.
8, 17. Service over. 18, 8.
Wow, very close there.
Service over. 9, 18. Service over. 19, 9.
Outstanding net shot.
Over.
Seen quite a lot of net tumbles from both players here.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Service over. 20. Game point 10.
I was actually talking to Courtney before the match and asking her how she felt, and she said, well, I'm looking forward to getting double digits, that's my goal. And she's done that here in the first set, so well done to Courtney to start off with.
21, 10.
Hopefully she can pull through and grab some more in the second and take this to a third. We love watching three-setters here. So we talked about it a lot in the first set, but the front court is proving to be the point of contention here, with both players playing quite nice tight net shots, but also a lot of creative shots from the back. So I would like to see both players moving their base forward a little bit, getting ready for the drops that are coming from the back, but also taking advantage of the net shots that are being played by both of them. Courtney needs to do something different here, switch it up a little bit. And I'm not sure what the conversation was with her coach. She was out of earshot, but hopefully some nuggets of gold were given so we can see something slightly different in the second game.
Second game, level play. Service over. 1 up.
Wow, it's Connie's favorite, one of her favorite shots. Because I went training with her, I think last week before the Thai and Div games as well, and she always does that. She loves those drop shots.
Yeah, she does. She loves to take that pace out, doesn't she? She'll play a couple of nice deep clears, maybe a punch clear, and then just run and take the pace out. And it's very deceptive as well, because her wrist technique is so good that you don't actually know whether she's going to keep following through and clearing it to the back, or if she's actually just going to take the pace out. So very, very good shot. Hopefully she can do it a couple more times and catch Wendy off guard. Unfortunately, as we talk about that shot, she did it at the wrong time. A little bit out of place there. Yeah. Wendy was ready just to play a perfect little net shot and then just get the attack on the smash there to close it out. You have to be very careful of her smash. It is extremely strong.
Service over. 3-4. Service over. 4-3. Service over. 4-5.
Just long. You're doing well to keep up here. Hopefully she can take the pace out here and play a nice front court game. Yeah.
7-4.
Unfortunately, she's not finding the lines at the back, so she needs to be taking the pace out and playing in front. Build her confidence up a little bit, and then look for those lines at the back. Continuing to look for the lines that you've made mistakes on can be quite challenging mentally.
8-4.
So even though that shot went into the net, I think it was a better choice to be trying to play the front court there. So as we go into this mid-game interval, Wendy pulled away from 6-4 or 5-4 around there, I believe, to 11-4, so a straight run of 5 or 6 points there. Just as I was saying, Courtney was doing well to keep up. Wendy turned on the pace and started pushing Courtney around just that little bit faster. It's quite difficult to see from the camera angle here, but Jamie and I can see that both of the players are actually talking to their coaches and having conversations. And one of the big things in some sports is that you often find that coaches just talk at the players. But in badminton, a lot of people are taught to coach themselves and develop a little bit more of a two-way communication style
11-4, play.
for coaching, which can prove extremely beneficial because you can be correcting things during a rally or in between points by yourself and not have to wait on your coach to tell you what to do.
12-4.
Wendy just apologising here for hitting Courtney. Players in badminton can hit the shuttle at up to 420 kilometers per hour, I think, somewhere around there. Although we might not get up to those speeds today, a shuttle hurtling at you at well over 100 k's an hour can definitely leave a mark. Just outstanding net play, really. It's a privilege to watch Wendy live. Every shot is just so meticulously thought out. You can tell she's played these rallies 1,000 times, if not millions. Be able to see it on camera, but Wendy talks with her coach after almost every point, even on the points that she wins, almost as if to say, well, was I doing the right thing? Is there something I could have done better? And that's the drive of the champions, really, is even when you're winning, what can you do to be better next time? Long. Courtney has unfortunately lost, I think, the past 12 points in a row now. But just as I say that, I've jinxed it, and now she's won a point, so hopefully that can turn the tide and we can see a few points in the other direction. Extremely unlucky there.
18-5.
Courtney had some great depth in those punch clears and some great attacking shots. Unfortunately couldn't close it out. Tried her signature shot, but it was just short coming into the net. Courtney just unable to find the lines again. See that frustration from Wendy coming through even though she won the point. Because that was a mistake. Courtney just happened to not make it through there.
Service over. 6-20.
And that's it for the women's singles final. incredible experience for Courtney to play against her, and for us to be watching this live. It's truly been a masterclass for us Kiwi players here, watching someone of that caliber coming over. She was unseeded, obviously because it's based on local points, and she's managed to take out Shauna Lee, Sally Fu, and Courtney Trillo, who are arguably three of the top New Zealand singles players for women. Just incredible watching the masterclass that she's shown this tournament, and we wish her all the best for the upcoming tournaments that she has. An incredible job. We'll be having prize giving again, and then we will be moving over to the men's singles. Edward Lau versus Abhinav Manoda.
Edward. Green or black? Black. You are green. Green. You receive. Choose your end. Left.
Alright, we're just getting ready for men's singles final between Edward
Ready
Lau
to play.
and Abhinav Manoda. So on the far side we have Edward Lau, who has just come through a thrilling 3-set mixed doubles final, but also had the 3-set men's singles final earlier, beating Oscar Guo 21-14, 21-23, 21-19. Exceptionally close. He was actually up in the second 2019, but Oscar managed to pull ahead. The other side, there's Abhinav Manoda, who had a slightly more comfortable semi-final against Jack Jang, 21-11, 21-5. And Mani himself is going to be competing in the men's doubles in a couple of matches later as well. So both players are from North Harbour. Both players have played against each other hundreds of times in many different competitions. That's right. The last time they met in a competition, I believe, was the Badminton New Zealand League finals a few months ago. Edward Lau is currently #1 in the country and also for this tournament. Abhinav Manoda is unseeded, as he has been spending a lot of time overseas playing some competitions.
So, you know, got an introduction about Abhinav Manoda. He's an Indian-born New Zealand professional badminton player. And at the age of
Ladies
29,
and
still
gentlemen,
competes
on my
quite
right,
professionally for New Zealand. And
Abhinav
he plays a lot of
Manoda,
badminton
North
overseas.
Harbour. On
He
my
has won
left,
3 Oceania Championship
Edward
titles,
Lau,
2 in the men's
North
singles
Harbour.
and 1 in the men's doubles.
Edward Lau to serve.
This will be a very
Love
interesting
all.
men's
Play.
single match to watch.
So I think the thing to be looking out for here is normally when they play,
One.
Edward Lau will be far more aggressive. Abhinav Manoda will be far more defensive, playing more deeper shots, a lot of clears, a lot of drops, playing with a bit more angle. But he's been spending a lot of time overseas playing at a higher level, and at that higher level you're forced to obviously play all elements of the game. And so as such he's become a lot more aggressive in his play, a few more snap shots, a lot more aggression in the mid-court, and a few more smashes, which is quite nice to see coming out of him. So that'll be something interesting to watch, will be how aggressive does he play against Edward, considering he has beaten him many times without showing any aggression. So the question is, does he need
Shot
it?
over.
And now that he has it, will he use it?
2. 1. Four, 1.
So just for those at home, Abhinav Manoda is also known as Mani to a lot of us. So if we call him Mani, that's who we're talking about.
Clear left.
Mani is currently trying to qualify for the Olympics. We're not actually sure of the result there for the singles.
Serves over.
So lucky into a broken string.
4. Four.
Unfortunately for Mani and Oliver in the doubles,
Serves
they
over.
haven't managed to
5, 2.
qualify. I was in a conversation with Ollie before, due to some of the tournaments that they needed to play ended up getting cancelled, which is very unfortunate the last minute. But as I understand, Mani
Serves
is still
over.
running for the singles
3,
qualification.
5. Out. Serves over. 6, 3. Seven, 3.
One of the things that you'll notice if you watch the semi-final against Oscar from Edward is that he had to play a lot of fast-paced shots because Oscar likes to up the intensity and the pace of the game, whereas Mani plays a lot slower, so Edward gets a little bit more time to think about things as the rallies are a little bit slower. So you're watching a lot more technical expertise from both players as they have more time to be more creative.
9, 3.
Good attacking shot from Edward there. He really needs to be putting more pressure on Mani because Mani loves to play the slower game where he's more in control and where he can choose how fast the pace of it goes. One of the reasons that Oscar does quite well against Mani at times can be the pace that he injects, and similarly Edward can do that as well.
Serves over. 10, 4. Serves over.
A couple
5,
of net errors here from Mani.
10.
Still very dominant in this early stage of the game.
6, 10. Seven, 10.
Unfortunately, that's 3 or 4 consecutive errors for Mani here. But manages to find the line for the 11-7
Serves
interval.
over. 11-7 interval.
Both players not actually getting a coach, as not only are they both a part of the national team, which rules out the national coaches, they're both from North Harbour, so no one can really go coach them, otherwise it would be quite unfair. So this is what I was talking about before, with how in a lot of circumstances badminton players actually coach themselves and can't talk to their coach because of situations like this. But even when they do have a coach, they like to coach themselves or talk with their coach on a 50-50 basis as opposed to being told what to do. That's right.
Thank you.
Often it can be a nice chance to just take a breather and not have a
20
conversation with
seconds.
someone, save that extra energy.
20 seconds.
We need to see Edward picking up the pace a little bit,
11,
hitting some
7.
deeper shots into Marnie's forehand corner at the moment. Seems to be the point where he's, sorry, the place where he's been quite a lot of his points. The hero of the match rally was that beautiful backhand drop. Marnie pumped his fist into the ground and created just enough power to get it over the net, setting himself up for a nice attack off Edward's lift, which is the only shot Edward could play in that
7.
situation.
Serves over. 8, 12.
Is that nice placement in the deep forehand corner that I was talking about earlier? Just outstanding from Marnie, really.
Serves
So
over.
difficult to tell what he's going to do with the net base. He had so
13,
much time. Could have applied pressure to any corner of the court, but chooses the closest one.
Fourteen, 8.
Great cross-court attack there. Edward doing well though to pressure that deep forehand corner. I do think that is the place
15,
that he will be getting a lot of points. The problem is if you go for it once and then you go for it again without holding it long enough, Marnie's already still there. And that means he can get that cross-court attack that we just saw. And for him with his height and his power, it's a deadly shot.
16, 8.
Just missing out there, Edward Wilson.
17, 8.
Both players look exhausted, but Edward has had to have 2 3-setters today already. And the semi-final of mix, so this is his 4th match for the day.
18, 8.
Same with Marnie actually. Oh, 3rd match, sorry. Correction.
Serves over. 9, 18.
But Marnie's matches have been a lot cleaner and easier than Edward's ones have been.
10, 18.
We're doing well here. Good run of some points. Moving Marnie around and predicting that cross-court attack. Most of the time when Marnie has been pushed into his deep forehand, he's
11,
either played a straight drop or a
18.
cross-court smash. Edward chose the right one and predicted that cross-court smash, moving over there very quickly, taking the pace out and forcing a lift from Marnie.
Serves over. 19, 11.
If really coming into play there. Such a
20.
difficult shot to block.
Game point 11.
And if Edward had got it back, Marnie would have been under pressure.
Game.
Same shot to close it out. Edward really needs to do something different here.
First game won by Abhinav Manota, 21-11.
I believe the last time Marnie and Edward met, Marnie won, was in the shortened format of the league, so first to 11, best of 3. I believe Marnie took it in 2. But there's been many times that Edward has beaten Marnie as well, so it is close. Could go either way. Edward's really fighting the physical demands of finals day. 4th match. Two 3-setters.
Second game. Lock all. Play.
Great first rally to get us started. For those of you
One.
tuning in
Lock.
for the men's singles final for the first time, this is the highest quality of match play that we'll see. We have seen this match quite a few times in the past. A very common final. And I'm sure they play each other a lot of training.
Subs over. 1-all.
For those of you who have been watching the whole time, I've been talking about the 3-setters that Edward has been playing. There's actually a 2-setter in the mixed doubles final. It was just so close and so long that I just thought it was a 3-setter.
Subs over. 2-1.
Nonetheless, physically grueling for Edward to have to go through. His fitness is incredible.
Three, 1.
Very, very quick pace from Edward there to get to the back of the court and hit that smash. Just unlucky, missed the line there. Outstanding net play.
Subs over. 2,
Very difficult to read.
3.
Edward's return of serve. His technical skill is so clean. So too is his
Subs
Marnie.
over.
We've seen it quite a lot of times where he's had the opportunity to put it deep, put some pace on it, but he's taken all the pace out of it and play a tight net shot. Great cross court there. Good jump, good height. Clean winner.
Subs over. 3, 4.
For those of you who don't know the singles tactics, and sometimes this is used in doubles as well, but for singles it can be very good to take all the pace out and play a tight net shot and force them to lift.
Subs over.
They often don't
5,
have many chances
3.
to do any other shot other than lift, or take a very risky net shot back. see a lot of players trying to win off fast-paced
6-3.
shots, a lot of smashes, but often the only way to get there is to take the pace out and to force your opponent to lift.
Seven, 3.
Edward just continuing to miss the line
8,
by a
3.
few centimeters each time, all along that left-hand side of your screen. It's been 3 or 4 now.
Nine, 3.
And it's mentally challenging when you make the same type of error a few times. We talked about it in the mixed. Do you continue to look for the same line, and when you get it, you feel like you're back in the zone? Or do you just switch it up and go somewhere else? If you switch it up and go somewhere else and that doesn't work, then you can feel very defeated. So
Serves over.
it's a very difficult
4,
line game to play.
9.
There we go. That's the pace Edward needs to inject into these rallies.
Change. 5, 9.
Wow. Even Mani was shocked that that one came back over
Serves
Edward.
over.
Round the
10,
head.
5.
Just got low enough to play that as if it were a drive after Mani's backhand. Very well done. But not quite enough.
Eleven, 5 interval. Line judge.
So as we go to the mid-game interval, it's proving that Mani is the dominant force in the singles, and at this current stage it does look like Edward is quite fatigued. Although he does have outstanding fitness, everybody does have a limit. Unfortunately, Edward is winning all of his points off pace that he injects in, which requires a lot of energy, which he just doesn't have at the moment.
20 seconds.
Whereas Mani can play this long
20
game all
seconds.
day. He's got a little bit more energy, and then he can team up with Oliver Leighton Davies in the doubles.
11,
So he
5.
has quite a lot of this energy now.
Play.
Great shot. Even Mani raises his hand, gives a thumbs up.
Serves over.
We
6,
love that. We love to see
11.
the sportsmanship from both sides of the table. Because at the end of the day, everyone's friends here. You want to win. You're the same association. There's a bit of bragging rights on the line as well,
Serves
especially
over.
between these two greats.
12,
But
6.
it's great to see each other acknowledging some good shots from the opponent. Edward following it with his racket, trying to tell whether it was going in or
13,
out.
6.
Just landed in, wasn't able to reach it in time. Great defense from Edward there.
Serves
Often when you are
over.
pushed
7.
quite hard into your body, you don't
13.
have many places to go. A cross-court block from the inside out is usually the only place that you can get a decent shot, and Edward played that perfectly. Wow, incredible. And again, it's 3 now in the same place since the break.
Change.
As I was saying before, Edward needs to be injecting the pace to get these
8,
rallies. And he's
13.
injecting it at just the right time with some great angle. And that's exactly what he needs to do to get this underway.
Serves over. 14, 8. 15-8. Sixteen, eight.
Fatigue is starting to come through. And this is tough. At a professional level, you don't normally play more than one match a day, even when playing multiple disciplines.
17-8.
And yet this is Edward's 4th match today. Just outstanding that he's doing what he is. Oh, incredible. He's still able to play with that pace.
Subs over. 9-17.
Really shows what a world-class athlete Edward is.
Subs over. 18-9. Subs over. 10-18. Subs over. 19-10.
Although Edward's shot was great and very
20.
clean,
Match point.
unfortunately it was
10.
very readable, quite slow, so Martin could come forward and take it over.
Subs over. 11-20. Twelve, 20. Game.
What a great match.
Match won by Abhinav Manota. 21-11, 21-12.
If you enjoyed that, you should definitely tune in for
The runner-up for the men's singles final is Harbour. And the winner of the men's singles final, Harbour.
ready to play.
So here we are at fourth final of the day here at North Harbour Open, featuring women's doubles final. On the far side we
Ladies
got
and gentlemen,
Sally Fu
on
and
my
Kevin
right,
Rosario,
Smile Lee,
and on the
Anna
closest
Rio,
side we got
North
Mao
Harbour,
Lee of North
and
Harbour
on my
and
left,
Anna Rio of North
Sally
Harbour.
Fu, Auckland, Caroline Rosario, North Harbour, Sally 272, Anna, Lawal, play. Service over, 1 love.
So on the closest side we got two quite high ranked junior players. Mao Lee ranked number 3 in women's singles on under 19. And also we got Anna Rio ranked number 3 in under 19 women's singles.
Service over, 1 all. Two, 1. Service over, 2
And it's quite
all.
interesting, Caitlin Rosario is a singles, well, they're all singles players on this court, aren't they? As Jamie was just pointing out with Smile and Anna on our side, but Sally is one of the singles players in the country, unfortunately losing out to Wendy in the semi-finals, as we were mentioning before. But Caitlin Rosario is a singles player by nature, but recently has picked up doubles in the New Zealand Badminton League and the team
Service over,
Rockets, Starship
3,
Rockets, which won the whole
2.
competition. She was playing doubles and has since told me that she enjoys it quite a lot. I said perhaps she'll be a
Service
rising
over,
star in the doubles scene.
3
Maybe
all.
take a back seat from singles, you never know.
This will be a quite interesting match between two juniors players against the seniors. And Sally Fu being one of the strongest female players in New Zealand in terms of power and strength.
Yeah, definitely.
Service
Caitlin
over,
can set up quite well at the
4,
net
3.
with her height, meaning that the girls on this side, Smile and Anna, have to lift all the way over her, giving Sally a lot of time to use that power, as Jamie mentioned.
That's right. So the last thing that we want to do is to lift and because Sally has the power to smash it down.
Service over,
So
4
I would
all.
not want to lift to Sally.
Service over,
Not much you can really do
5,
there. We've seen
4.
quite a few of those today with the net rolls. To get a net roll back is incredibly difficult. That's why everybody looks to hit the tape, really, so that it just tumbles over.
That's a great idea from Smile, but Didn't quite find the line.
6-4.
Yeah, good choice. Just missing out. They found it there though.
Service over. 5-6. Six all. Service over. 7-6. Eight, 6. Service over. 7-8. Service over. 9-7. Service over. 8-9. Service over. 10-8. Eleven, 8.
2 and Rosario
Interval.
taking it away for the mid-game interval of the first set. Again, we will struggle to have coaching as there is, I believe, an Auckland and a North Harbour player on each side of the courts. Yeah. No, 2 North Harbour. Smile and Anna, both North Harbour. Caitlin Rosario, North Harbour. Sally Fu, Auckland.
Court for 20 seconds.
It's
Court
quite
for
interesting.
20
Normally
seconds.
have extremely high levels of play. The international players will have their own individual coach.
11,
Therefore, if they both play for the
8,
same team or same country,
play.
they can still have coaches. But at this level of badminton, we tend to let players try to discover some of the things that they could be doing better
12,
themselves on their own
8.
in these environments where the coaches don't really want to step in and show favourites, which builds a lot of mental resilience, which is incredibly important at this young age. As Jamie was mentioning before, Smile and Anna both have incredible
Service over.
rankings in under
9,
19 and under
12.
17. And in order to play under 17 tournaments in the year 2021, that means you can't turn 17. So the oldest you can be is turning 16 during the year. So you can either be 16 on the January the 1st, or you can be 15 turning 16. Other sports,
Service over.
like tennis again, for
13,
example, you just
9.
need to be under the age group before the tournament starts. But for badminton, because it's different, these girls have been playing in such high-level competitions,
Service
such
over.
as the national level that
10,
we are now at the
13.
age of 15 and 16, which is just incredible. And to learn the skills that they are by coaching themselves, and to be playing against people like Sally and Caitlin, they will be growing their repertoire of skills immensely. Great shot from Caitlin there.
Service
The deep
over.
attacking shots are working
14,
wonders as Caitlin
10.
and Sally are older and have more physical strength. So the further that they can push Smile and Anna to the back, the more opportunities that they'll have to have the net shots that they're doing right now.
But it's actually great to see, how much Smile has improved for the past 2 years. As when I first met her, she was not ranked, I guess, back then, but now she's one of the top, junior players in New Zealand. Just in
15,
a little bit more
10.
than 2 years. So I can
Definitely.
see how much training and effort she has put into badminton over the past 2 and 3 years training with North Harbour.
Yes, it's exceptional what you can do in a couple of years' time. And as Jamie was going through the rankings of
16,
the singles and the
10.
doubles, there's also the mix that they excel in as well. They're within the top 10 for singles, doubles and mixed for their respective age groups, which is just incredible. There's not many people that can do that. So it just shows that they have real talent and real potential when it comes to their badminton career over the next few years.
17, 10. Out.
Just long.
Service over 11, 17.
Incredible turn from Sally there.
What a defense.
It's exactly what you want to do
Service
when
over
someone's attacking
18,
and their partner
11.
is in front of them, which is the correct place to be for sure. And you can do that cross block like that. It puts both of the players that are attacking out of position and often can win the point. Great return though.
Service over 12, 18. Service over 19, 12.
Ooh. It's really good to see them all challenging.
20, game
Could be
point,
quite
12.
nerve-wracking trying to challenge for the net and doubles as there are 4 people on court.
Game.
Sally
First
with the
game won by
confidence there to leave that.
Sally and Catalin, 21, 12.
She knows. So, Jamie, what do you reckon Smile and Anna need to do to really pick it up in the second game and turn things around?
I think they'll need to make a lot less backwards errors, play the shots slowly and smarter, have more control of the net, and do not let more to Sally because she's too strong for the small forward.
Definitely, yeah, you got to pull it away from the strengths of Rosario and Fu, which is definitely Fu's smash at the back. I'd also like to see the youngsters holding the shuttle a little bit more. It's a difficult skill. It's one that isn't usually practiced probably until senior level, to be honest. As in juniors, it's usually just pace. You want to be the first one there and you want to be the fastest and the fittest. But when you get older and everybody's a lot stronger, a lot more technical, and a lot faster, you want to hold it just to confuse them for just a second. So that would be really nice
Second
to see them
game.
holding it and then playing some deeper shots.
Level. Play. Service over 1, love. Two, love.
Couple of unforced errors to start us off. Nothing much happening. great taking out the pace and
3
introducing the front court,
low.
especially after pushing them out to the back.
4 low.
As we mentioned before, sometimes you can be hitting the shuttle at a couple or 100 k's an
Service
hour,
over.
and obviously with the
1
feathers it slows down
4.
over time. When Wendy hit Courtney with the shuttle before, but when you hit your own teammate after you've just hit the shuttle, it can be quite fast and quite painful. Hopefully nothing serious has happened there.
That's what I said to you before, not
2 4.
take too strong.
Definitely.
Female player.
And I had some good defense on the first one, but just that second one, as Jamie said, you try not to lift to someone with such a strong smash. So you might be wondering, well, what do you do then? And you don't want to lift it to Sally, and you can't really play
3
Caitlin because she's at the
4.
net, so where are you meant to hit it? And that's where you need to start being creative, so you can be holding the shot, as we said, before you do a lift to give yourself a little bit more time, confuse them, holding it and playing at the net, or just simply trying to play the
4
lines a little bit more.
all.
Sometimes when you lift to someone, you're often trying to just buy yourself time, but if they've got a big smash, you need to be thinking a little bit more creatively and a little bit faster as well to try and not give them that pace where they can control it. That's good. That's what we're talking about, playing the lines.
Service
not giving
over.
it back to Sally, yeah.
5 4.
So as a shuttle enters the court from another side, we deem it a let to stop play and replay whatever has been played at that point.
6
Just for
4.
safety reasons. You don't want to be standing on the shuttle.
Play let. Correction. 5 4. Six 4.
Good to see the youngsters get a little bit of a lead here. Hopefully they can keep up the momentum. Some good pressure there from Caitlin. As I said, Sally
Service
has a
over.
wonderful smash at the back, and
5
so too does Caitlin.
6.
A little bit taller, a little bit longer arms, means that she can get a bit more of an angle than anyone else on this court, which can also prove very dangerous. Outstanding.
Service over. 7
One of Smile's
5.
favourite shots to play that one, and she plays it a lot in the women's singles here. To play it in doubles takes so much confidence, because you have to be very, very aware that there's not someone
Service
else
over.
because whilst you might be
6
tricking that first person,
7.
the second one might be able to get it. But usually in doubles, someone has committed to the front, someone has committed to the back, and at that point, Smile had just got them both. So wonderful execution. Oh, great. Sally with
7
the experience
all.
to know that wasn't the right time to hit it hard. It was the right time to take the pace out. And although winning a point by taking the pace out isn't as rewarding, as some might say, because smashing and winning a point can be a lot more fun, a point's a point, and it's very important to get everything you can.
8 7. Out. Service over. 8 all.
So lucky.
9 8.
Just out at the moment.
10 8. Service over 9-10. Service over
As we get
11-9
mid-game
in
interval, we
Java.
have Smile and Anna pulling away just by a couple of points, but it's really boosts your confidence when you go into that mid-game interval being up, considering that they lost the first. It means that they've done more right than they've done wrong, and that can be a really big help with trying to get back on track with the second game here. Sally and Caitlin need to do something different to regain the control.
Code for 20 seconds. Eleven, 9, play.
Oh, that's an interesting play by junior player.
12-9.
It's good that Smile got out of the way for that one. Not quite sure what she was trying to get there, but it's good she didn't hit it.
Service over 10-12. Service over 13-10.
And another of his signature shots. Just power through that shadow.
Service over
Down.
11-13.
And it's usually in the same corner, isn't it? Because Sally keeps getting lifted to in her backhand corner and just takes it around the head, has enough time, and powers through the cross-court smash, which usually less room for error if you're going cross-court smash and it's deep, because she's not too worried about angle. She's just powering through, as Jamie said, and just kind of getting the depth.
Just out.
12-13.
Smile and Anna can do. Pick this up. Literally. Nice shot.
13 all. Fourteen, 13. Service over 14 all.
Neck and neck at the moment. Next 2 points will be crucial to see whether they continue to stay this way or if someone can push ahead.
Just out.
Service over
See
15,
the power that we
14.
talked about before from Sally's smash coming through there and her forehand shot. She left the shuttle for so long, and yet she can still get it to the back of the court and put the other players under pressure. Great serve there as well.
16, 14. Service over 15, 16.
Very close. As we were saying before, net shot's incredibly
Service
hard to
over.
get back, and she did get
17,
it, but it was just
15.
out. Usually the only thing you can do after a net roll is to lift it as high as you can. But you cannot always control the angle, so often it goes miles out or half court. Oh, great control there.
18, 15. Service over.
Beautiful shot.
16, 18.
Having that awareness of where people are is very crucial, and Anna showing that at such a young age is incredibly promising.
17, 18.
And just like
18
that, the
all.
three-point advantage is gone. It's now 18 all, and we're at that crucial stage of who gets the next one.
I think doubles, I think serve receive is really crucial, for the first point.
19, 18. Service over. 19, all.
We quite often see that Anna and Smile have been hitting out the back, just long, actually, quite a few too many times, and I don't think they have the experience that Sally does, and sometimes Caitlin shows it as well. Just taking the pace out. Yeah, sometimes you can't always keep hitting those deep shots. You just need to take the pace out. Hopefully they can pick that up from playing against Sally. Not the time to be making an unforced error.
Service
like that.
over. 20, game point. 19.
Point to Anna. Let's see if they can take this one and go straight third set. Future serve for Anna.
Wow. You cannot
Service
give
over.
that half-court lift to
20
Sally Fu.
all.
She will end that rally. Great to see.
Just out again.
Service over.
20.
21, 20.
So I can't remember if we've explained this, but in badminton it's first to 21, but at 20 all it becomes a win by 2 situation.
Oh, she gets that back.
Game.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to a third set.
Second game won by Smile and Anna. 22, 20.
So from being up at the mid-game interval, I believe it was 11-7, 11-8?
11-9.
11-9? Oh yes, no, it was 2-point advantage, you're right, yeah. And we said that it was good for their confidence, and then they were down 18-15. And and it looked like it might be closing out, but to pull back to 18 all, 19 all, 2019, unfortunately not make it in the first game point, but getting it on the second one for 22-20. Exceptional.
Like I said, I think they play a lot better in the second set. They didn't lift much to Sally,
Yeah.
and that was the right game plan to do for them.
Yeah, definitely playing the lines a lot more as well, which just meant that Sally and Caitlin couldn't plant their feet and play around them. They had to move.
Yeah, good to go. Final game, level, play.
The final game, next women's doubles. That's right, and again, quick close court smash by Sally.
Service over, 1 love.
Nice one by Anna.
Service over, 1 all. Two, one.
Some incredible defense there. Just not enough
Service
for the
over,
final one.
2 all. Three, two.
I think both sides of the team is playing a lot more aggressive instead, trying to get points faster. Up
Yeah,
a bit.
yeah, definitely. And you often see that, don't you, in the second and third games, especially when people are down. It's quite interesting. We don't really want to rally as much. We um,
4,
just kind of accept the fact
2.
that we are behind or that we're running out of energy, and we're just trying to end the rally as fast as we can, which can not always be the best decision. But yeah, as Jamie pointed out, the rallies are a lot more aggressive now.
Nice
Service over,
aggression here from
3,
Anna and Smile.
4.
Keep attacking, keep pushing forward.
And at the body of Caitlin. So something that's really important against a tall person is to be hitting to their body, because with a tall person with long arms and long legs, they have good reach, which means from their base they'll be able to cover quite a lot. But you need to be hitting at their body, specifically their racket arm and their shoulder, and those are the most difficult places. So there we go again, another nice drive to Caitlin's shoulder,
4
and it's the
all.
hardest place to cover. Time and time again, you get slower and slower.
Service over, 5, 4.
Caitlin just making one too many
Service over,
unforced errors at the moment,
5
so
all.
pushing her is definitely the right decision from Anna and Smile. They need to continue doing this.
Service over, 6,
It's
5.
really good to see the communication that's going on between Anna and Smile so frequently between the points. Often at the younger ages, you know, they're just developing what they should be doing mentally and from a strategic point of view, so they don't often communicate. But these two girls are showing immense wisdom by continuing to communicate in between the points. It's really good to see.
Service over 6 all.
What a lucky net tumble here.
Service over 7-6. Eight, 6. Nine, 6.
Oh, was a little bit unlucky.
Service over 7-9.
Close out again by Anna.
Service over 10-7. 11-7 interval.
So I think this is the first 3-setter in the finals, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
This is the finals.
So what happens in a 3-set match is, as you've seen, they swap ends at the end of each game, and then at 11 points, which is the halfway mark of the third game, which is the last game, they swap sides again, just to make sure that if there was an advantage on any of the sides, that you get an equal amount of time on it.
Code for 20
Some
seconds.
people prefer playing on
Code
certain
for
sides, for
20
example,
seconds.
the side that looks into the crowd, the side that looks away from the crowd here at the North Harbour Badminton Stadium. During the early stages of the game, there is the toss formality, where you get to choose
11-7.
whether you serve
Play.
or receive, or which side you want to be on. So the side can actually play quite an important mental factor for a lot of people.
Service over 8-11.
Oh, just out again by Anna.
And we're seeing it time and time
Service
again. We
over
raised it in the second
12,
game that
8.
the youngsters on the far side need to take out the post when they have that opportunity, rather than hitting the flat deep ones, because they're not hitting the line, and they've done this about 5 or 6 times now. And it was right after Sally had the same opportunity but took the pace out. So again, we're seeing that
13,
experience and maturity
8.
come through, that she knows it's not the right time to play the deep shot. The youngsters need to pick up this if they want to win this third game. Caitlin's clued
14-8.
back in though, making far less unforced errors and finding the lines much better.
Just out again.
15-8.
Really good to see Smile just continuously talking to Anna, bringing her back in after a mistake, telling her it's okay, and just
She seems really supportive of disappear. Remember those ones you get from her bad
16,
partner makes
8.
mistake.
Yeah, you're not going to get very far if you're playing like that.
17, 8.
But that's the thing with badminton, isn't it, Jamie? It's a very mental sport. When you're by yourself, you have to do everything by yourself, and when there's two of you, you know, if you make a mistake, you feel bad, and if a partner makes a mistake, you feel a bit bad, but you just have to stay positive, and you got to keep at it.
Service over.
Focus on what to
9,
improve on. And that was something that we talked
17.
about with Wendy's match against Courtney. Even though that she was a clear favourite and you know, won every match very cleanly, it was still the fact that she focused on the improvements and kept that strong mental.
10,
Here we see
17.
Sally makes a mistake and Courtney taps her on the shoulder and says it's okay, let's just get the next one. And that's what badminton's all about, 1 point at a time.
Eleven, 17.
But even though there's 2 mistakes from the side of Sally and Caitlin right now, the youngsters on the far side still have a 6-point deficit, so they need to do a lot of what they just did then. They need to do that deep into the forehand.
12,
That was a
17.
very, very good shot.
Thirteen, 17.
Yeah, four points in a row, 2 unforced errors and 2 forced errors. So
That's right.
there we go.
14, 17.
I think that's 5 points in a row for the youngsters.
It's great to see that they're not nervous. In a final of the North Harbour Badminton
Service
Open,
over.
playing against
18,
Sally and Caitlin,
14.
third set, 4 points down. They're not nervous. They get up there and they play amazing shots, amazing serves. It's great to see.
Oh, what a rally! That was amazing to watch.
19,
Great ball
14.
coverage from the youngsters, but Caitlin's long legs meant that she could get there just in time.
Now get that back in the first place.
Definitely, very difficult shot to get.
Service
Anna's
over.
been doing exceptionally well with the
15,
overheads today with the
19.
drives and the attacking, so a flat flip is never going to work on her at this stage of the game. Caitlin needs a little bit more height in her flicks if she's going to be doing that.
Yeah. Oh, just nicked the line apparently. So
16, 19. Seventeen, 19.
Yeah, and on the line, we've said it about 3 times now, and it's working really well for them, especially on this forehand side.
we just got to real close. 17, 19. See if they can do that. And again. Wow. This is gonna be a close
18, 19.
What a comeback. Yeah. What a comeback. From 8 points down to now just 1 point difference. Oh,
Out.
And you can't see it here, but the men's doubles finals
Service
pairs,
over.
have actually stopped
20,
warming up so that they
match
can come and
point,
watch this match
18.
because it's that close.
game.
What a game to watch. It's the women's doubles finals.
Just
Game won by Salifu and Rosario.
yeah, just incredible to see them take them to 3, 18 in the third.
Match won by Sally and Catalan 21-12, 20, 22, 21, 18.
In the finals against two senior players with a lot more experience than them.
And it's great that the matches.
The runners-up for the women's doubles final, Smile Lee and Anna Miri Montano. And the winners of the women's doubles final, Sally Auckland and Rosario Montano. The next match on court 4, men's doubles final, Oliver Lee versus Waikato, Abidjan and Harbour, playing Clive Winner and Jack Wang Auckland, umpired by Calvin Fu, service judge Victor.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Right, come here for the toss. Ollie, you got the choice, black or green? Black, so green for the guys. Good. Clive will serve, which side will you stay on that side, who will receive? Amani will receive.
So we're just warming up for the men's doubles finals at the moment. Just going to be pulling up some of their stats and talking through. So I believe Jack Wang is first year senior, whereas Clive is last year under 19. I'm just having a look at the
That's right.
points at the moment. For the under 19 ranking, Clive is currently number 1. Oh no, Jack's in there as well. So Clive is number 1, Jack is number 2 for men's singles. For doubles, Clive and Jack are both number 1 together as their partners. For mixed, Jack is number 1 and Clive is number 3. So they are the best of the best when it comes
Ready
to
to play?
men.
That's right.
And then for doubles, in the open age category, Clive and Jack are both number 9, and I don't believe Ollie and Marnie are that high up because they've been spending a lot of their time overseas playing international tournaments, which means that they're not gathering any local points.
That's
so for a
correct.
tournament like this that uses local points, we're just trying to find them now. Yeah, I don't.
They're ranked number 26.
26, yeah.
Yep.
But although they have the lower ranking, they are the preferred favourites.
Yep.
As they have been trialling to compete in the Olympics, as was mentioned earlier. And they are the New Zealand number 1 doubles pair when it comes to an international standard.
Yep.
As you can see, they both tower above the net.
Yep.
Not sure exactly on their height.
Ladies and
Sorry,
gentlemen,
folks, we don't actually have any real
on my
numbers.
right,
1m80.
Clive
1 meter
Luna,
80? Okay,
Jack
wow.
Wang,
1m80.
Auckland.
That is very tall.
And on my left, Oliver Leighton Davis,
Then
Waikato,
we've got,
and
Marnie,
Aminat
who's
Manota,
aged 29
North Harbour.
this year.
Clive Luna
Then
to
we've
serve
got,
to
Oliver Leighton Davis,
Aminat Manota.
age of 31.
Love Play.
Yes, a couple of 18-year-olds, so this would be great to see.
Men's doubles is my my favorite category to watch actually because of the action that
One
brings in
love.
badminton. There's a lot more of a smashing, you know, rather than just
Yeah, it's normally the highlight event is the men's doubles. That's usually why it's scheduled last.
Yep.
You just have the physically dominant 2 males jumping and smashing a lot of the time, as James says, is very entertaining to watch.
Service over. 1-0.
But all the matches that we've been watching today have been exceptionally entertaining. High quality, high pace, just outstanding. So what's interesting about this is Jack is a doubles and mixed specialist, and Clive is a single specialist, but he performs well on the court in any discipline. On the far side, we have Oliver Leighton Davies, who is a doubles and mixed specialist like Jack, and Aminat Manota, who is a single specialist like Clive, but again, plays really well with doubles, and used to play quite a lot of mixed as well.
Yep.
On the international scale, Marnie plays singles and doubles, and Oliver plays doubles and mixed. They play together for doubles, and for mixed he plays with Anona Pak.
I think all these players was part of the New Zealand Badminton League, except for Clive.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
That's true. Yeah. Jack, I believe, was part of the Tigers team.
Yep.
Marnie was part of the Rockets.
Yep.
And Ollie was the Wales.
Wales.
I think very Wales. Yeah. So we're actually seeing quite a lot of short rallies at the moment. And a big thing, I was actually talking to Oliver about this just before his match, is the first 3 shots are the most important in a doubles game. So the serve, the receive, and the next shot.
Yep.
Whether you're serving or receiving, it's the first 3. And lots of people that have played them have commented that their first 3 shots are just incredibly difficult to get out of.
Yep.
And what we mean by that is, if Oliver's serving, Jack receives, and then the next shot after that, if you can continue the rally, you might stand a chance against these 2. But if it ends within the first 3 points, chances are that they've got the point. That shuttle has been well and truly squished.
Play. Service over. 2-7.
The other thing about Oliver and Marnie being quite tall is that they can stand very close to the line when receiving, putting
Yep.
a lot of pressure on your serve. But if you flick it, because of their height, they just
Service
stand up
over.
and get it. So
8.
provides a
2.
lot of pressure for those
Yep.
first 3 points as mentioned before. I know in the previous rounds I actually played them in this tournament and it was incredibly difficult to get anything past them.
Just out again.
9-2. Ten, 2.
Just an exceptionally well placed net shot there from Marnie. Oh, great receive from Jack there.
Service over. 3-10.
Just the power that he generated there. Really, really good. Again, you notice Jack is the only left-hander on this court.
Yep.
Out.
Provides a little bit of an advantage.
Service over. 11-3 interval.
But as we go into the mid-game interval, Oliver Leighton-Davies and Abhinav Minoda are clearly dominating. Those first 3 shots just proving to be exceptionally difficult to get out of. Jack and Clive really need to change it up a little bit. Again, you're not seeing any coaches. Jack and Clive are from Auckland, and whilst Marnie Minoda is from North Harbour and Oliver is associated with Waikato, they're all part of the national squad again. So whilst the national coaches are sitting beside
20
me
seconds.
watching it in a
20
none of them will get on
seconds.
at coach. It's better to let them figure it out for themselves.
11-3. Play.
Some great recovery from the youngsters on the side of the court, but
12,
unfortunately Oliver's
3.
advance is just proving too strong. His mid-court to front-court play is probably the strongest in the country, any player. Which is why he works so well with Marnie at the back, considering he is the highest jumper and has the biggest angles. Oliver's experience definitely shining through there and knowing where both players were
3.
and the gaps in the court. One of the biggest things is, as we mentioned before, in women's doubles was when 2 people are attacking and they're on the same side, you try to turn them over and put them out of position into the other corner.
Service over. 4-13. Five, 13. Play. Out. Service over. 14-5. 5.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the age gap is a little bit bigger, but definitely so in terms of an experience period versus a new and upcoming one. I think there was about 5 or 6
15,
years
5.
difference with the women's doubles, but for this one it's about 10. Yeah. And what we mean by that is we would expect some more mature decision making and experienced
Service
choices
over.
again coming out of Oliver and Money, and that it'll be
6,
a great experience
15.
for Jack and Clive to be playing against them. There's that mid-court aggression again.
Service over.
Pressure coming forward.
16,
He'll never play a mid-court
6.
shot and just stand there. He'll always move in. And he can do that so confidently because his racket movements are so short and succinct. And he's just so dominant with the power and precision that he has. Good leave there from
Service
Clive.
over. 7, 16. Service over. 17, 7. Eighteen, 7. Nineteen, 7.
Wow. Just the knowledge to take the pace
20.
out there
Game
by
point,
jumping from
7.
the midcourt and then immediately covering the cross. Most people would probably just
Play.
step forward straight, but he knew that with the shot that he played, the only shot they could have played to get out of it was to play the cross, and he was there waiting.
Service over. 8, 20.
Great rally, great rally. Jack having the
9,
confidence in his partner Clive there to
20.
pick that up from the back. As we saw, Marnie and Oliver actually both moved in front of the midcourt, and so neither of them were ready for such a deep, high shot. They were overstretched for that one. It's a very good shot there from Clive.
Game.
But Oliver picking it up on his signature
First game won
play
by Oliver Leighton Davis, Ebinet
Oliver's return
Minota,
of serve.
21-9.
is exceptionally tight when he decides to put it to the side, because he doesn't play to the line, the service line, he plays to the net, and that is just exceptionally difficult to get back. Again, your only real option is to lift it, so very hard.
Thank you, Vic. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Check. Second game. Love all. Play.
Just great to see Ollie and Mum just
One
controlling
love.
it like that. Taking the pace out. Ollie had ample opportunities to just turn around and hit a backhand aggressive shot to the other corner, but he just chose to keep the pace off, play it tight, and keep Marnie in the rally because he was just behind him. Anything else would have removed Marnie from that rally, and that's why he took the pace out.
2 love. Out.
Great
Service
move from
over.
Jack. He was almost committed to hitting that, but made the decision at the right second at the
Two.
last time. Clive
Service
struggling
over.
again with trying to defend his body
3,
shots.
1.
Ollie and Marnie both targeting his shoulders, so he's dipping lower to try and play drives from his head and shoulder height from a lower base, but unfortunately the pace at which they're coming is very difficult for him. Good play from the youngsters there.
Service over. 2, 3. Hold. Service over.
So for those viewers at
4,
home who might not know,
2.
if you hit the shuttle but it doesn't go over the net, it is considered a fault. That's why the umpire called it as soon as Jack hit it.
Five, 2. Play. Six, 2. Service over. Three, 6. Four, 6. Service over. 7, 4.
Just going off the frame of
Service
Clive Canada's
over.
racket there.
5, 7.
Some good aggression though in the past 2 points from them, and that's why they've been able to pull away the 2-point lead. Great.
Out.
Great aggression for the youngsters. Korea attack.
Yeah, the mid-court's been working quite well for them the past 2 points there.
6, 7.
Which, to be honest, is Oliver's specialty. So to be able to challenge him on that is, you know, very impressive.
Yep.
But what they need to be doing is they need to be playing the mid-court and then pushing it deeper. Oliver likes to play the mid-court and take the pace out and move to the front. Mani likes to play the back and the front. And these two youngsters,
Service over.
being a little bit shorter and having a little
8.
bit probably faster
6.
reaction speeds, to be honest, need to be playing the mid-court and then just pushing it deeper and moving in. They both have really good mid-court and really good smashes, so they need to be utilizing that a bit more. A couple of great leaves from Mani there.
9.
Really showing that he knows
6.
the sport.
Ten, 6. Out. Service over. 7, 10. Service over. 11, 7. Interval.
So as they go into the mid-game interval for what could be the last game that we will see today, this has been North Harbour Badminton Open. And as I was saying, we have many more tournaments coming up. So we have the New Zealand Nationals next week in Waikato, and then we have the Wisden and Slazenger Cups in August, I believe. I should know, I am playing in that.
It's in August.
August? 12th to 14th of August, I believe.
Yep.
Somewhere around there.
Around that.
Either playing in this hall
20 seconds.
or
20
Auckland's hall,
seconds.
Gillies Ave, or potentially Waitakeri's hall in just off Royal Drive, I believe it's called.
11, 7. Play.
Clyde not managing to get out of the way in time for that one.
12, 7.
So in badminton, if the shuttle hits your body, it is the end of play and you lose the point. Same with if you hit the net, or if your racket goes over the net and makes contact with the shuttle.
13, 7. Out. 14, 7.
Youngsters not finding the lines at the back of the court very easily now. I think it's 3 or 4 lift errors they've made in the past 6 or 7 points. They really need to be finding that line for when they play the deeper shots. Some great net play from Jack there.
Service over.
Jack is an up-and-coming youngster from the South Island
8,
who has moved to Auckland
14.
to train with the Auckland
Change the
squad and also the national squad regularly, which has skyrocketed his badminton performance. He was a solid player from the South Island, but due to there being far more players in the North Island, it just means he's had a little bit more of an opportunity to practice more regularly with those people up here. And we've seen his performance in the New Zealand Badminton League as he won MVP overall.
9, 14.
Beating out Edward by, I think, only a fraction of points. They were very close the entire time.
Service over.
If you're interested in watching any of the New Zealand
15,
Badminton League, that
9.
Jamie and I have been talking about, it is on YouTube under Sky Sport Next. Excellent. 6 matches, best of 3, first to 11, so fast pace.
16-9.
All that recorded with all these players that we've been watching tonight pretty much, spread out amongst the teams. Some great coaches and some great commentators on there as well.
$17-9. $18-9.
Ollie and Mark really just need to keep up what they're doing at the moment. Close it out with the final couple of points. It's great to see that their focus isn't wavering even at the end of this. They have a 10-point lead, but they're still focusing on getting the perfect first 3 points, taking every opportunity to make sure that they're playing the best they can.
Match point 9. Service over. 10-20. Let 10-20. Game.
And there we have it. Oliver Leighton-Davies and Navina Minoda are your men's doubles champions at the North Harbour Open for 2021. And that wraps us up.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Match won
Thank you,
by
everybody,
Oliver
for
Leighton-Davies, Abhinav Manota, 21-9, 21-10.
We will have prize giving, and that will conclude the end of our stream. So on behalf of Jamie and I, thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you come and watching badminton live for the next competition.
So basically, you have to come and line up from like 6 o'clock. He's the New Zealand line judge umpire guy.